Ken Trahan at St. James High School, Coach LaVanta Davis. And, Coach, obviously, congratulations first and foremost. Terrific performance against a good program in Manny. And now you move forward. You have to feel pretty good about where this team is right now.
Yes, at this time of the year, if you still have the opportunity to continue to be playing, that means you're doing some things right.
You lost that game to Edie White. Good football team. Competed well. What did you take out of that? Because obviously it didn't affect you at all negatively. If anything, it helped you.
Yeah, well, it did some things for us in terms of just getting prepared for the playoffs. They're a run-heavy-oriented team, and I guess that's how God works, man, because now the next few opponents that we've been facing been heavy run.
You went into that game against the defending state champion last week. Did you envision you'd beat them like that?
No, they're a storied program, a lot of tradition, but a lot of things went our way. I think we controlled the things that we were able to control, and we had a favorable outcome.
Good offense, Williams, Young. I mean, you've got a lot of guys that have played well, but maybe the story last week was your defense. I mean, you shut out a pretty good football team. Yeah,
we had balance. All three phases played well. Defense really, the coaches did a good job in preparing the young men to be in position to make plays, and they went out there and executed. Obviously, we had to make a little adjustment here or there, and you're talking about shutting down an offense that was averaging plus 30 or more, so yeah.
You know the history here, and it's 5 state championships, and most recently in 2019. They always expect excellence here. That's part of the motto here, obviously, and you've embraced that, and this team has.
Yeah, so been here going on my 5th year, so I understood that what came along with the territory was a part of the 2019 staff. So, yeah, the town eats, sleeps, and drinks football here, man, and they always expect great things to happen from the football program.
Sterlington, talking about another state championship program. They've won a couple here in the last decade, and obviously they're deep in the playoffs every year. They just won it 2 years ago. That's a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge. They're huge up front. They let you know up front on the film what they want to do, so it's just a matter of you being able to line up and fight.
What do you see in the matchup? Do you feel good about things, and what do you like about the matchup?
I always feel good about our program. Like I said, man, my coaches do a good job preparing our kids. It's all about the kids, continue to buy in, continue to stay, understand the task at hand, and take it one day at a time and enjoy this process of preparing for Sterlington. So I tell them all the time, man, it's not about our opponent. I'm more concerned with us.
Some people embrace getting on a bus and making a long trip. What about that aspect of this?
Yeah, so we had some familiarity of it last year because it's almost repeating itself, right? So we have experience from last year, and we're going to try to use that experience from last year to help us this year.
That was my next question, is do you take away from that? Did you gain some valuable knowledge in that process from last year?
Absolutely, we did. So we were sitting the same situation last year versus Manny had to take the long trip, and so we're going to use that experience as much as we can for it to benefit us.
One step away. I mean, you can almost taste it, you can feel it, and yet it's a big step to take. What would it mean?
It just means that we're doing some things right over here. Obviously, it'll be big for the community. I mean, like I said, they eat, sleep, and drink football here. It'll be extremely big for our kids who work so hard. I think the coaching staff and the kids deserve it. So we're looking forward to continue to have a good day of practice today, win the day, and focus on tomorrow when it gets here.
And you do know where Caesars Superdome is located, too?
Absolutely. I have some familiarity with it. I do.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kim.